Hi everyone, my name is Becky. Welcome to my channel. I do AngelScopes. AngelScopes are readings that I do where I tune in to the angels and also my guides and get messages and deliver those to you to help you along on your path as we go through the year. Now, this particular month of March 2018, we are going to be looking at that full moon occurring right out of the gate, guys, on March 1st, around 11 degrees Virgo. Now this particular full moon will be standing right across the sky from Pisces. So the Virgo-Pisces axis will indeed be in play. Now, if you know your natal chart, you could also see where 11 degrees Virgo is occurring there to get further clues. But for now, we're going to be looking at the solar chart, combining them with the tarot, and of course, I always give the last word to the angels. Now for me, astrology truly is a cosmic code. Really the language of source energy writ in the heavens. They're readily available for us to use as we go on our journey through this life. Now for me, this code, as it were, is always for our greatest good. It's always to help us as we go along. It's always there, given freely in love to all of us. And so, I would like to use that this month as we go through the readings. We're going to be looking at the configuration in the solar chart because that works for everybody. All right? So, hang on to your hats, guys. We are getting ready to enter March 2018 with a full moon right in Virgo. See you there. Hi Leo, this is Becky and I am here with your March 2018 reading. We're going to be reading for the first half of March, and this includes the particular full moon that happened on March 1, straight out of the gate. Now for you Leo, in your solar chart, this full moon is happening in your second house. Now the energy will play out. It can play out over 2 or 3 weeks until the next full moon at least comes around, which is at the end of the month. So it's a pretty big period of energy here that we've got playing out for you. Now, the moon is sitting in that second house, and a full moon brings healing. It brings culmination. It brings things to fruition. It brings things to a head. It shines a huge spotlight into that area of your life. And the second house for you, Leo, is the house of the money you earn. Your resources, your daily routines, environment, your values. This is basically a money house, actually, and it is the money you earn yourself, okay? Now, it's standing across the sky from the sun, which is positioned in your solar chart now, Leo, in the 8th house. So 2 pinging across the sky to the 8th house, the opposite side of the zodiac wheel. What is the 8th house? Well, the sun is sitting in the house of other people's money, okay? Shared money or other people's money in terms of loans or insurance payouts, things like that, all right? And it also is the house of Scorpio, which relates to intimacy, sex, bonding, those kinds of things as well, okay? So we're going to get started. I've already created the sacred space here, and we are just about to get going. I want to get that machine off there so it would be a little bit quieter for us. Okay, so what we have now, we've got our Rider-Waite deck, the traditional deck, which I like a lot, tried and true. We will also be pulling 1 card from the Romance Angels Oracle cards, and we will be pulling 1 card from Messages from Your Angels. Now, I also have my pink quartz here. I love this. It's a beautiful, like a giant marble in a way. It's a globe of pink quartz. So we've got that there to bring love to the reading today. And I'm going to take a look and make sure, I think you're going to be able to see everything. All right, so we'll take a look in just a minute to make sure. Now, I have already created the sacred space, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and shuffle and tune in to my Leos out there. And I'm going to ask the angels. Angels, we are here with Leo. And they are experiencing this full moon in March of 2018 in their second house, standing across from the 8th. Angels, what is the overall energy that Leo can expect to be dealing with during this full moon period through the end of March? Just about. There it is. Thank you, angels. Okay, angels, what are some of the obstacles that Leo will be dealing with in this period? Okay. And angels, what is the advice on how best Leo can deal with these obstacles? There it is. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and turn these over in the order that I drew them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Leo, let me just double check the screen. It looks like you can see them. Okay, good. Okay, let's look at the cards. First, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups. This will be the overall energy of this period of the full moon for about 2 or 3 weeks. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the major arcana showing up here, the Justice card. Now this is number 11 in the deck, in this particular deck anyway. And it is a major energy. These are life-changing energies or sometimes archetypal energies that may signify something, going on within yourself. But it's definitely a huge energy. Sometimes it's karmic energy, but let's take a look. Now we asked the angels, what would be the overall energy that you would be dealing with in this month of March, at least for 2 weeks and maybe even beyond. And we have the King of Cups showing up. Now, let's take a look at this particular king. Cups signify emotional energy, all right? Emotional energy, feeling energy. This is a person, obviously. Now, sometimes the people cards can show up and represent just overall energies, okay? And sometimes they actually represent people. We've got a second card here of an obstacle, and the obstacle is about balance. And the Justice is about balance, which is the advice. So I'm going to just tell you right quick overall, Leo, you may be finding yourself in a situation either with another person, which could be this person here, or just within your own self. It's an emotional situation that probably has been out of balance. It's gone up and it's gone down. It even could be somebody that's gone in and out of your life. It could even function or work like that or function like that in terms of how this is affecting you. But it's something that's out of balance. It's something you've been trying to balance. It's put you a little bit off kilter, and you're not quite sure if you're up or down, if it's in or out, whatever the situation is. It's not resolved yet. But Spirit is telling you, in these two cards, Spirit is telling you, seek balance. Balance is the advice, and not only balance, but truth, standing in your truth. So expect a situation that's going to require you to find the balance and find equal measure on both sides of the equation. Now let's get more specific. Here's the energy. The energy of one is one of emotions. If this is a person in your life, Leo, and we are talking about now second house money. So let's look at, before I get to the person, let's look at second house context. Well, what we can see here is there, and I just heard someone at work. There may be a boss, a supervisor. It could be a co-worker on equal footing with you, Leo. It could be someone in the work environment because we do have our pentacles here. If it is money related, and I just heard someone is getting an offer because this gentleman is holding a cup, and he holds the power, he holds the power in this, what do you call it? Scepter, yes, and a cup here. So there may be a situation where someone in your work environment is in a position to offer you something, okay? An offer in terms of money. It may be that this person or the energy that this represents is going to drain some money because you may be in a situation where you've got to figure out how to balance your accounts in order to get through the situation. And it may be a situation that's kind of tugging on you emotionally, at your heartstrings, as it were. You know, it could be something where you need to help a family member, and you know they're in need. It could be a child, it could be anything, but whatever it is, you're going to have to balance accounts, and that's exactly because that is what you need to do. Yes, you need to meet someone's need if they are in need, in terms of monetary need, money that you can give them or money that you can help them with, a situation, to get out of a situation or to heal, get a doctor's appointment, whatever it is. I'm not seeing illness here of any kind. It could, but it is something that may tug at your heartstrings. You're going to have to access those accounts to see and balance it out to see if you can, you know, how much you can afford to give. But definitely, and I just heard, this is almost like, what do I want to say? Like stars in heaven. You know, it's almost like heaven saying, Leo, you've done well. You've given of yourself, not just monetarily, but also it could be just spiritually as well, to help someone. So you've balanced the scale, so to speak. It may even be someone that you feel like you owe money to, in terms of they've helped you out financially and now you're going to help them out financially. So it could work that way. The other way this could work out is in love. Okay, so let's talk about love. Now I know we're still talking second house, which is resources and money you earn, but it is standing across the sky from that 8th house of intimacy, sex and bonding with another person. And it could be transformation. And I'm getting this feeling that this is some kind of transformative process going on. So if we look at it in the context of love, okay. It could be, I just heard this, it could be that somebody that is involved with you emotionally, actually, there may be an imbalance in who makes more money. It could be someone who makes a tremendous amount more than you do. It could be someone who makes a lot less than you do. And it may be throwing you off a little bit, okay? But Justice is here. The advice card is here to tell you, you need to just make sure you keep everything in balance and stand for what you believe and your truth. Show who you really are. Keep everything in balance. Speak your truth. Now let's go one by one. King of Cups. This guy or girl, woman, it's a mature person. Whether it's a man, it doesn't matter if it's man or woman. It could go both ways in this reading. This is a person who represents the energy overall. The energy is one of emotions felt on a very deep level, and they could be a little bit up and down, like I said, topsy-turvy, a little bit up and down, topsy-turvy. If this person is operating from, if it is a person indeed, then the energy that they're operating from, if they're not operating from the highest level of the energy, it's maybe a lower level manifestation of this energy. It's one of, you know, it could be somebody who's, what's the word I want to say? I keep hearing the word jealous. Now, I don't know, honestly, if the King of Cups upside down would be jealous, but jealous in love is what I'm hearing. Okay, so it could be somebody who's a bit jealous. It could be jealous of your success, jealous of other people that you're seeing. I don't know. But if this person, if it is a person, it could be a love interest, because like we said, 8th house is sex and bonding and intimacy. Okay. If this is a person that you're involved with, they're very much playing in that energy field of this full moon in Virgo, I forgot to mention, at 11 degrees Virgo. Okay, 11 degrees Virgo, and for you in that money house. So even if it is love, I'm feeling that it's throwing you off. It's throwing things out of balance, whether it's, you know, somebody has a lot more resources financially than the other, and that's going to create sort of this balance, you know, like how do I reconcile that? I see his feet, they're not all, this one's not touching. He's trying to hop, skip, and jump and find a way to juggle these things, okay? So this is an obstacle. How to balance out whatever this is. If it's a person, we talked about that. If it's an overall energy, then it may be one of, you know, of your, if you are showing up as this King of Cups, Leo, because it could be your ascendant or moon sign or Venus sign. If you are showing up, if this is you, because you're embodying this emotional energy at this time, which is possible at a full moon, very probable actually. It could be that you're ready to make an offer. You feel ready to make an offer, but guess what? Either you feel like you're not certain about your money situation if you're ready, because this whole thing, either your money's been up and down, which is the obstacle. This is the obstacle that you're maybe dealing with during this energy. You don't feel like your money's stable enough. You don't feel like you're grounded enough, or maybe you just don't know how to juggle your money and their money. How to mix, it just came up in my mind, how to mix the two accounts, how to mix their money with your money, because the 8th house, which is the full moon standing across from the 8th house, is about other people's money, shared resources. So you may be trying to say, I love this person. I want to make the offer of some kind of a partnership. I don't know how it's, how should I deal with the sharing resources with this person? It even could be paying, splitting the monthly housing costs, the monthly bills. How do I do that? I've got my money, they've got their money. How do we share? And this is the advice card. Whatever you do, Leo, it has to be an equitable, equal, balanced on both sides, sharing, okay? If you make a lot more than they do, then you need to calculate mathematically, and this is the Virgo coming in, all this math calculation and calculating. You need, of this moon, you need to calculate what percentage is fair for you, what percentage is fair for them. If you make twice as much, then you should not be dividing those expenses 50-50 because you have more resources, okay? So you're going to have to figure out, well, I make X and they make half of X, so they're going to pay half, half of the half, maybe a quarter of the, a certain percentage. So if you're paying 50% out of your income, and then they should pay 50% out of their income, but nobody should pay, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if they make substantially, I'm getting my words crossed, if they make substantially less money than you, Leo, you can't require them to split the costs of things, of this shared life you're about to build 50-50, because that leaves them with very little money and you with a lot. So it's not based on splitting the bills 50-50. It's like, what percentage do they earn from what I earn, and whatever percent that is, that's how you divide the bills. Okay? And also this sword, remember, stand in your truth, speak your truth at all times, but advice is to balance this out. Whether it's in love with an offer, whether it's in a job with an offer coming through and there's some balancing of accounts that may throw you off, it could go both ways. Or it could be a mix, just like we described. Let's see what the romance angels want to say. I feel like this reading is getting a little long, Leo, but it's a very interesting one indeed. Romance angels, we're with our Leo friends right now, and we would like to know, what message do you have for Leo regarding love in the month of March, and specifically with this full moon in Virgo, lasting until the end of March? Okay, so Leo, let's take a look. Wow. Yes. Just what we were talking about, Leo. New love. Now it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. What did we say just here? You're figuring out, Leo, if this applies to you in a romantic way. You are figuring out, okay, if I move forward with that offer I'm feeling like doing, how do we do that? How do we combine our resources or share the cost, maybe even of taking a trip or going out, or whatever it is that's related to this new love. Let's see what the messages from your angels is. Angels, we are here with our Leo friends in the month of March, reading for that full moon fresh out of the gate, being in play for a couple of weeks at least, and maybe toward the end of the month. Thank you, angels. And they want me to read that one too, and I don't know why. So let's take a look. This is the first card that came out, and it said, this is the angel Bridget, and she says, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. And that, my friends, is what we were talking about here. Remember, there's some up and down imbalance going on that has an emotional component. So justice is the advice, and that is exactly what justice is saying. As a major energy in the arcana, look deeper, Leo. Look deeper. That's This gentleman has the capacity to look deeper. So if you are showing up as the King of Cups, then definitely take your time, caution. Remember I said calculate what is fair. Calculate it mathematically, what is fair in those shared resources. Shanti is saying, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Good. This is good because you see this water here? That's not a smooth road, so to speak. This king, he's bobbing up and down and back and forth with these wavy little lines here. It's not a settled energy. And remember this Two of Pentacles. This guy, he's trying to balance all this, but there's these two boats in the background bobbing all around, a high and a low, up and down. It's just not balanced. But the angels are saying to you, Leo, that they are with you and they're bringing you a more peaceful way, which when I look at this card, which is the advice card, the justice card, it is definitely a peaceful energy to me. We don't see any bobbing waves. We don't see any, ups and downs. What we see is a steady hand holding the scales even on both sides, balanced perfectly, and the sword of clarity, yes, and knowing what you need to do, which is what you will achieve after you think it through. You will achieve that peace of mind, Leo, and it may just allow you to go ahead and take this chance, which I think you're considering. Okay, my dear Leo, that is it for the first part of March. I'll be back toward the end of the month with another update because we have got another full moon. Until then, I will talk to you soon. Peace and richest blessings and, of course, great love. Bye for now.